Parliament President Roberta Metsola said that the Parliament's organising body will again discuss how the institution will engage with Hungary while it holds the EU's rotating presidency. This follows criticism of Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban on his recent visits to Russia and China on a self-styled peace mission to end the conflict in Ukraine.
Showed with a strong parliament we can do great things. You can only succeed in this parliament if you build bridges, if you create alliances. And that is what I sought to do as from the very first day. I was elected 2.5 years ago, and it is one that I have pledged to do during this latest campaign for me to be re-elected. It is one where I think we can create the best majorities, which is a pro-European platform for the future.
And we are now joined by DW's Thomas Sparrow. He joins us from Berlin for more. Hi, Thomas. Roberta Metsola has been re-elected as European Parliament President and is only the second president after Germany's Martin Schulz to have won another term. How challenging is the second term going to be?
It is going to be very challenging if you judge by what experts are saying in the European Union, not only because there are specific problems or issues that are of internal nature in the Parliament. The fact that in recent European Parliament elections there was a marked surge by far-right parties, by far-right politicians, or at least by voting of those far-right politicians. So that's one internal challenge that certainly Metsola will be facing as she leads the Parliament in the next 2.5 years. But there are also external challenges that she will continue to face. First and foremost, obviously, how to deal with the war in Ukraine. And it's important here to stress that the European Parliament is the direct link between European citizens on the one hand and European institutions on the other hand, and it's directly elected by European citizens. So the European Parliament as such plays a very significant role when it comes to understanding how Europe works and also how Europe performs on the international arena. So the role that Roberta Metsola will definitely have as she starts her new period in front of the European Parliament will be one marked by challenges both of internal nature and also of external nature as well.
Now, German former Defence Minister Ursula von der Leyen is eyeing a second term as President of the European Commission. Will her confirmation be quite as smooth?
It won't be quite as smooth compared to Roberta Metzola's confirmation, but it is one that also plays a very important role and is extremely significant for the European Union's priorities. Ursula von der Leyen has been one of the most visible politicians at an EU level in the last few years, if not the most visible politician. And if she does secure that majority needed to be re-elected as head of the European Commission, she will then face obviously significant challenges when it comes to dealing with European governments that do not necessarily see eye to eye. For example, when it comes to how to deal with Ukraine. You already mentioned in your introduction the fact that Viktor Orban in Hungary sees support to Ukraine in a rather different light compared to other European governments. So Ursula von der Leyen, if re-elected, will certainly play a very important role when it comes to bringing those different opinions to the table and making sure that there are compromises. Now, Ursula von der Leyen is presenting herself as an experienced politician that can precisely bridge those different gaps. That is an experienced politician that is needed specifically at a time when the EU in general and the European Commission in particular are facing significant internal and external challenges. It'll still be a very important question to see whether that experience, whether those challenges will be enough for Ursula von der Leyen to be re-elected as head of the European Commission.
So it will be a tight vote there for Leyen. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas Sparrow joining us from DW headquarters in Berlin. Still to come on DD India Global.